So glad I'm impressed totally did then. Lost to the effort we have, thought that this is the elementals are our side. Only for our mortal companions to withdraw without warning from their agitated whispering, we later gleaned the entire of our power. Until this begin to put down the elements upstairs, the pretty vision of Sana and to the first. So no such tell. Lest you wonder, I am not doubt your succession in this explosion of darkness the group before, but the hard evil has excised one question. Or would it seem to be some other power lay dormant beneath the stone as well? The presence of sense. Plainly, how this power is very much awake. The elemental panic is quieting small tasks. With my fellow, I endeavor to persuade the elementals to rejoin us once more. Find the source disturbance and does. The wood wheeler has sent a guard to the gate. I dare say he has not forgotten about you. Get back, here. get that in. Wait, do they know I'm still in the cutscene? Nice. Oh. It seems like magic has been spent. It is unlikely to rise again. You return with your acquisition of Lost City. That is well. We are part of it. Let's sit and easing an elemental disquiet. Please tell me, what was the nature of the hostile presence that you until then? Teammates that don't wait. I had to kill a statue. I was but certain some seed of darkness had survived. Could have not been more wrong. I did not expect to enroll the statue. Creation of the poorer magic, I imagine. It would appear so. This likely began to stir when the fiend was awoken by the weakened seal. Yet that does not explain why the elements would have cause to fear these ancient sentients. It seems to assume that Amdaporan built them to repel the armies of Maha. Right to hazard a guess, I would say that the passing of the years have dulled the statue's senses, and they mistook our friend for ethereal, being of a different order, the voiced of a kind employed by the Magi. The elemental's arrival would have seemed like an invasion. That would have explained much. Yet the voice hidden monstrosity under the Guardians of Stone, the War of Maki, may have been a conflict of truly terrifying proportion. It's well deserved. With this ancient relic that has been raised, with the city defenses thus disabled, we may safely return to our task of cleaning the ruins. We have a deepest Wait, did I not do this? What within? We will find a way. Hey Alpha, now what's up? It's been a while. There you are. I have a moment. There's something I must ask you to recall the events which unfolded at the Peace Off conference. I dare say you will forget them. My mind returns again, and for the moment when Nidhogg appeared, before the crowd gasped and said, I was the sight of the chosen soul, the one which gave me a reason to hope that our friend might not be beyond salvation. When you describe his fatal transformation of Isla, I feared him lost forever, but the mere fact that some semblance of his former self endures must surely account for something. Alas, I have no evidence to support this impression. Thus I turn to Y'shtola and Krill for more impeccable appraisal, and full glad am I did. Where it would seem they have some observation of their own to share. The ladies have saved us a table at the Forgotten Night. Shall we go? Excellent. Let us not keep our honored colleagues waiting. The name established is a disservice. Remarkably few of its patrons seem inclined to drink their way to oblivion. I do begin to see why Satoru chose to work here.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humours.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
This is your teacher.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when he took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
Yes, exactly those words.
When he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion, that the something else I had sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean...
Yes, 'tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp, then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
But they're starting some now.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers. Even should you succeed in excising the eyes from the Dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
Ah! I found you at last!
Huh? Hey.
A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Huh?
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours.
Very well.
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then, Sir Emmerich awaits.
Alphino is allowing his feelings for this Dragoon to cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
Sure thing.
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
Hey, I can still hear you back there.
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Oh, what you up to? I thought I was still here in the night of the time being. All the rumored fresh and extra clean awakening. Mimic. It's either work with divine advances. Perhaps they have located Esti. Come, I will have... Alright, let's go in.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
I recommend checking Ala.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that. Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
With all haste. I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
What's up?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case, we must needs recruit an ally of equal strength.
That is...
You speak of Hraesvelga?
I do. To whom else could we turn?
That he is Nidhogg's equal I do not deny, nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... how shall I put this?
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hraesvelga's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal, and if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard. Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
Well, that's one way to go out.
Though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then, we will depart at your leisure.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
I somehow doubt Kaiser will be pleased to see us, but for Estinian's sake, I doubt that countless others, I suppose we must risk his displeasure. It grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you of all people understand the threat knowing our face. There's no excuse for me. Marina and I, Ishgard is as a second home. After the many battles we fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight of our nation has become our own. If there is aught that we can do in its salvation, then pray impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about to pass then? We have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike. We must assume that the time is not our ally. Indeed. With that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Tower that you will be escorting me to Somal. I confess I did not provide the exact details of our destination, as they are yet unknown to me. We will summon Heretical at Zenith in a churning mist, ere we begin our ascent. However, I think it is best we pay a visit to Annex time. You seek to avenge in an unknown. I do. I must consult with the Vutnar. I propose this as part of our concern of the condition, where she could succumb to her wounds. It would be a grave consequences for our allies. That our she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. No reason. To the Vorian Forelands, then. A nice young knight told me that you were off to negotiate with Heretical again. Have you considered using the maneuver art of parley? It's surprisingly effective, you know. Now, how are you holding up? Ah, just the warrior of warriors and his companions will bring you to mine abode. Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vidnar. I hope your wound does not pain you overmuch. Thou didst imagine me close to death. The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Fully glad I am here, but you were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty for protection. On the behalf of I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown. Thou thought to protect me, mortal? I was tempered by the fires of battles, and thy great-grandsire learned to crawl. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to the pit when man and dragon knew such comfort. Would that our every effort to do so were not undone by an ancient rancor. For truth, there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingers. That is plain, much is plain. Yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for some out, to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly, thou knowest as well as how he will answer. Heretical heart remains unchanged then, a pity, but if it is to folly to hope, I am content to die a fool. As hath ever been the way with thy kind. Go then, but be warned, the shade presence has driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vidnar. We shall disturb your rest no longer. Yet I wish thee fortune and Lucia reports described Annex time in detail, but her words fail to convey the overwhelming strangeness of standing here in the demise of the dragon. Though I expect no better answer from Vidnar, I take little pleasure from having been a proven right. Thou seems that our presence in Zenith will be every bit unwelcome as I anticipate. But what is the ire of one great worm, a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After ya, Master. Scout ahead if you would. We shall join you outside. The Lord Commander seems lost of words, nor I can blame him. I recall being simply awestruck when I first beheld the vista. That big. Yeah, I would say it was like an impressive area. I've heard tales of the world above the clouds, but never did I dream one's mind paints a pale picture of its majesty. You live to see just wonders. I'm reminded of my first visit to this peak, Rustinius and this ice heart, yet walked at our side. Hey, what's up? And if that's Mog, don't tell me you've forgotten my name, Kupo. After all, we thought... At least you remember me. Do you remember me? I hope you bought the horn, Kupo, but the winds are as gentle as they... That's good to hear, man, and thank you. We best press on Zeta with the winds in our favor. Chieftain Mommy will want to hear about this. We must win has fair in this. All fail in this, and this craft fate is all but sealed. Pray some. Who knows? How do I still have that? High power level. Dare summon me again, mortal.
Great Hraesvelga, 'tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Up to you. Talk no jutsu.
Greetings, Hraesvelga. I am Emeric de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of Ishgard. I am come before you to parley on behalf of my people.
Parley? Thinkst thou that purpose unclear to me? Thou art come to beg my aid against the battle against the shade of my brood brother?
You foresaw mine intent.
Okay. I but read that which is written plain in thine eyes. Would that thou had wit enough to cry, the answer is mine. My beloved Shiva did once build a bridge twixt man and dragon, the bridge which thy treacherous forefathers saw fit to tear down, and thou wilt knowst. Thinkest thou Nidhogg was alone in despairing at the murder of our brood sisters? Thinkest thou mine? Our soul did not cry out for vengeance. Know, then, that upon thy cursed day my heart did wither at my beast, as thy kind became unto me the harbinger of despair. 'Tis only Shiva's gentle dream that prevents me from flying at Nidhogg's shoulder. Be grateful that I swore to abjure aggression ere I consumed her. I permit my children to offer or deny thy aid as they see fit. Warn thy people of my brood brother's coming. Thou dost would dare ask more of me, but affirmeth thine incurable arrogance.
We understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope?
Givest thou such light in the dusk of mine existence?
I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear Rizel upon your back?
Still, piteous deluded yourself. The child did lament her past sins, and sought to balance the scales within her remaining days. 'Twas her unquenchable passion, so unlike that of my beloved, which did spur me into flight. As for my own part, I would countenance no longer the hands of an evil man to use my brood brother's eye for ill.
So you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting. It seems to me that you have not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Spare me thine idle sophistry. Even were then a mote of truth in thy reasoning, what of it? While thou'st have me slay mine own sibling to save a city of mortals?
Should we suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin. When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the warrior of light to slay him, an act alike to patricide. That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Ooh. Thou would strike down thy friend, and by example of thy righteousness, persuade me to break my oath and kill my kindred? Oh, now you want to show up? Ow. Heed me, child. The servants of Hydaland envision a different outcome. They intend salvation, not only for Ishgard, but for the doomed Dragonslayer as well. Believest thou the shade to be Nidhogg returned? Is it not merely a manifestation of his vengeance? The shadow cast by thy brood brother rage. I would not commend thee, but ponder why thy course lest it led thee upon greater remorse. Also, you do know that Nidhogg was the one that almost killed your daughter, Vidher. You know that, right? The rage incarnate is, and part of my own doing. I rendered upon him my eyes, and empowered his vengeance thereby. This is the purity of my brother's bloody wrath, that lengthened him all surpassing might. Hast thou the strength of will to stand against so terrible a shadow? I wonder. Thou seems I must put thee in thy comparison to. I shall await thee in the ruins of where Arakasu once dwell. Heed well the work of my children. Hasten thee to the place of thy trial. Alright. I did not trust such a deal in Monday to you. I believe the Warren landing in Alpha. It is a doubtless one of the church. Come, my friends, let us keep our. I shall overcome whatever trial that plays before me. I have no doubt you'll do the same. They're not. Time to fly.
Release!
underestimate me!
Whoa.
Away with you! Away with you! Away with you!
What the hell?
curse. Release! Away with you!
Down with you!
For the House of Levier! I have my pride.
You underestimate me! With you!
Away with you! Away with you! Release!
Here!
our next caller. Yes, sir.
You underestimate me! With you!
Focus. Release! Away with you! Away with you!
Fight harassment governor. Our opponent is harassment guard.
slay hunger.
Away with you! I have my pride. Away with you! I have my pride.
It ends here!
Away with you! I have my pride.
Let's try. Have a cigar. First and I, my blue brother, was a fearsome foe indeed. Having tested my strength at first hand, full well I can imagine how thou bring him low. The dread title of Zurdin is no empty appellation. Very well, I shall entrust you the steed of man one last time, but I thee shall the flickering hope of the lingering yet will within my heart be kindled anew, or extinguished forever. That you should stand ready proof of your determination, mortal. As allies stand together, then should prove brothers vengeful on my oath. The wrath that once was Nidhogg shall meet its end. This I swear on the memory of my beloved Shiva and on the soul of the lost Ysael. Sometimes I have fought the Miz and Nidhogg, but never did I imagine that I will one day face her. Oh, poor my ribs. It was a painful reminder of the great woman's might. Had I truly meant us harm, we would not be standing here now. Painfully, his intent was to teach. His onslaught forced me to recall my training. At the speed of the dragon, his balanced blind spot, it was in short a very tough lesson. Ow, Kupo. Let me begin by congratulating you on the completion of your trial. For one with a name more befitting a jester, you fight with the savagery of a rabid demon. Do you see how my wings are kicked? Even my palm aches after this drubbing. I fear my loyal subjects will have to bear the load of personal chores for quite some time. What? When I told you about my trials, I did not mean the rest of us to suffer. That's triple shit for you, Markhand. Triple? But that's not fair. That's not justice, good, not at all.
Our negotiations proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated, but the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends. I would never have earned Hraesvelga's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
'Twould seem our final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike. Oh, gods.
Oh, he's striking now, is he?
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhogg's shade hath taken wing.
Oh, it's starting.
It has begun. We must away to Ishgard.
the end of the song. Will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. No new. What's this roar?
I must return to my city without delay.
And we shall lend our wings. Let us meet with Nidhogg on the field of battle, and together bring an end to his rightful song. Time for the final fight. Oh yeah, I'm on. I get that.
Remember your training! We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns. We must hold!
By the Fury, that one is the size of Nidhogg.
Let's go.
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Ooh, thumbnail. Wherefore stayest thou with these vermin, brother? Abandon this war, Shade. The suffering thou servest no end. The traitors' prodigies have learned of their forefathers and seek now to make amends with our own kind. Never shall our grief be ascertained, nor our loss forgotten. But reconciliation may yet halt the spread of this plague of enmity. Forsaken thy vengeance and be at peace. What soft-bowed groundlings are these? Thy assailants with that vile maid hath robbed thee of thy wits. Perhaps her cloying perfume hath made thee forgot the stench of our brood sister's lifeblood. I swear I can get it up. I feel like some of these are unnecessary. Thou speak thus of my beloved. And so the flames of rage may yet be kindled. I fear thy heart's fire had long since gone out. But waste thy fury on words, brother. Thou shalt have need of it for the battle. Are you worried about that? Got an extra power boost. A slithering worm who spawned from the vermin who should have rightly be its prey. For thousands of years I have fought without cease, and thou didst think to prevail against me? The glory victory, but the battle is not yet with my power and my hope I have entrusted to another. I once hast not done. Would trust a mortal with thy strength? I know thou wouldn't intrude upon my lair, best of me. But now I'm the world whole, and naught in creation shall deny my vengeance. Alright, it's the final fight. Let's do this. Nidhogg. Slap. Alright, took him out.
Estinian!
Is this to be mine end? Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg. Thou shalt die by my hand.
This is not your hand, worm!
Thou wilt obey!
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me, now, while I have the beast subdued! You waste your time! Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty!
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Ice harder. Huh? Portion fault.
Two souls intertwined, one true love they
Undone by mortal will, wither now. At the forbidden jawbreaker.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
Yet this bond of hope, my treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
I hope no one finds him.
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
Rephrase that.
At once, Lord Commander.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
The Horde has sensed the fall of their master and scatters to the winds.
You have my gratitude, Hraesvelga. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Then our alliance had served its purpose. Thou didst wielded the power I granted thee. Well, 'twas thine own skill and not my eyes which earned thee victory. I wish thy companions full courage. Fare you well, children of men.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Hraesvelga did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
Though the haze of pain I swear I sense, but no, the past is done. We must look to the future. At last Nidhogg is gone and his foul soul cast down once and for all. I only pray that Estinian survives the ordeal. The battle of Nidhogg shall be beget many epic battles. No, doubt one more, though I must admit I took great joy in seeing it emerge. And not only for your sake, had you not been there to aid me, those with her eyes. Yet even Nidhogg's gone, I cannot help but wonder how much I found it. Let's pay a visit to Lucian and beg for this condition. honored friend, and as if winning her cigar to our cause were not enough, he took it upon himself to rid us of his brood brother. I know not how to thank. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy, but the true saviors of the day, Stinian. The one triumphs over Nidhogg's shade through strength and arms, and the other through strength of will. And speaking of Stinian, what news of his recovery? The Dragon have conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides under the care of the hospitarian captain. I'm told he has yet to regain consciousness. As you know, Estinian's mind and body were held hostage for many days. You must be patient and allow us the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you do your rest to recover. Surely, Emmerich is never long from Estinian's bedside. We'll send a word at the moment that they are in developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmund and his son are most eager to celebrate your return. First Commander. Plus, seems that we await. I got a turn. Knock, knock.
The heroes of the hour return.
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you.
I take it.
And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless wyverns met their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
Dang, sold him out.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Our master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts. In which respect he has come to resemble you, Warrior of Light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
Sure. I want to mention that if my lord is optimist, the word ever to fix upon something about which he had cause to be optimist, I dare not think what he might achieve. But the guiding hands of your truly famous dragon's killer wouldn't have killed half as many dragons just now, as I shall be sure to tell my lady when the next we meet. At long last, no true son of Ishgard could wish for more. Yet scores of my brother's knights fell in battle. I find my joy tempered by their loss. You will not begrudge you spent it. It is resting in infirmary. It's better on front line now. and the battle to save the wounded continues unabated. My friend, what can I do to serve you? Oh, you see my... he came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit in his tent, I could not refuse. Oh, he would sooner faint than admit it. But the boy must be exhausted by heroic trials and all that followed. Estinian is blessed to have... I soon learned his name as soon after that, but Estinians barely recognized my existence. I wish I was a fellow recruit and more of a shadow in the darkness path. And so I must have refined my fate, while the other company were set upon a dragon. We were the ones to survive. I have experienced forged a bond between us, as a light threatening won't do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, fully obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the foremost of his mind. Revenge of the death of his parents, and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that Alphinaud he sees something of his lost sibling. An ungentle China Alphinaud has found an elder brother he never had. To be told, Tentacles' observation has saved me from disaster more than once. I can well understand Alphinaud's affection for him. He is a friend from whom I would gladly... And your presence required in the infirmary.
Estinian!
Yo, is everything good?
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Estinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvogr to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. 'Tis an honor to share the mantle of Azure Dragoon with one such as you.
Yeah, technically a dragoon, yeah.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Hameric. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle, nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion, that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly its black waters churned, his grief and despair at Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There
Oh god,
I
that
saw
should
the
creep
dark
the neck.
reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family. When no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind.
The neck.
Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me.
And a water bottle.
Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest. Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
My friend.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the Steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state. "'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic.
I want to sit in that chair.
The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike, their ranks represented by the newly founded House of Lords and House of Commons. Church was separated from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid, and the reforms proposed by Ishgard's new government passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords.
Clearly there won't be any civil war between those two houses in the future.
Though he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpectedly strident voice of the Count de Durandare left him little choice but to accept. And so it was that the winds of gentle revolution came to stir. Prominent among the many honoured guests at Sir Emeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of Ishgard's newfound peace. The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback, and by their cheers did they hail him an azure dragoon for a new age. Thus were the notes of the Dragonsong rewritten, the din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
Are there more? We still have one more job to do. I was gazing at the sea of clouds in all too rare moments of idleness. When I changed to behold a certain hero wandering the way toward the city. On Dragon. Between you and me, I will surely respite from the pressure of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I am burdened with a position of a permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure a way you must feel when your impeccable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters, and then I am to be scorned for building upon a system of nobility that I once sought to tear down. And what strange jest is it that they placed me at its pinnacle, Archbishop Bastard at the head of the House of Lords. But these questions are not for me to answer. It's not in man's nature to change overnight. That I've learned through painful experience, and it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so must we regain Ishgard, once carefully placed stone. We must remember that it is not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the men and women and our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. I hear words of Captain Whitescape that Justinian has vanished from his sickroom. He still survives undiminished. Did you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels? Pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. And please, convey my warmest regard to Master Alfino. Is she in here? Oh good, I don't have to You have saved the dig, not that I've ever doubted you. You spoke to Sermon. I do not envy him in his new position. This god has chosen a new road, but one little with the interest of 1,000 years of broken faith. Yet people here may stumble from time to time. I know none better than Sir Emmerich to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains a little small matter of ushering a new dawn in the shadow of Ascient's mercenary, and a seemingly endless procession of primal. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the foot. In the wake of the the new airship routes have been sanctioned. What does that mean? Can I go to that new, can I go to that, like, hometown I've been trying to go into? Like, honestly, I'm not surprised that we just did that. They can just go down and get it. No. At the usual place. All proceeding as expected then. There's not the concern of us, aside from one overcoming curious mouse. At least this way. Him again. It is of no moment. They will play their part and we will play ours. And thus the great mist gave the way of skies. Men and dragon rise above, voice join the song. But beneath, shrouded beyond the scope of light, the shadow stirs.